Yo, welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It's Friday, January 11, 2013. My last video was like 30 seconds over the 15-minute mark, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to post it, but it was a really good one. It's on how immigrants come here and they get treated better than you and me because they're immigrants and because they don't have the national, they don't have that Christian fundamentalism with them, and they bring all of their culture with them, and they're hardworking. I like Mexicans. I like their hard working ethic, but they come here and they get treated like kings compared to us, and it's all engineered to be that way. But I'll see if I could post that video. Maybe I could cut it a little shorter. I go on a couple of rants on it, but here we go. Let me get a good one to read for you real quick. Maybe I can. All right. Here's a fun one. You see, when it comes to like culture, the culture of society, I mean, look at these morons. Look at this idiot right here. This guy has tattoos all over his face, all over his forehead. All of his friends look this. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. I mean, all you guys that are still into this gang culture, man, I want you to know that it is so not even, or it's not even relevant anymore. Go down to LA and see how many gangsters you're gonna see. You're not gonna see any. All the gangsters are in San Bernardino and in the Antelope Valley because that's where they all came. They're not really in reality here. You don't really have too much to do out here. It's all internet and it's all peer pressure driven yuppies telling each other a bunch of rumors, like believing that there's no Second Amendment, that there's no First Amendment, that you're nothing but a sheep puppet slave to the government. The gangster culture is by far the thing that I hate the most about life, my friend. I get my blood going pretty damn hot when I think about gangsters. I mean, because I actually train and I actually am a meek person. I don't go around displaying toughness to people. I'm very humble about it. But when I see gangsters and that they like to display toughness and treat everyone like naive idiots, I want to like just hope that martial law happens right now so that I could rip your throat out of your mouth, man, because I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, I hate evil, man, and like you're pure evil. You choose to be that way. It's so you get what you deserve, my friend. If you run into me, it's gonna be you reap what you sow, man. You want to be an idiot? You're gonna run into the guy like me, and I'm not saying I'm Superman, but I have an absolute compelling spirit to just bash evil in the face, man. And I mean, I'm convicted of my righteousness. I have to do what's right. I'm not gonna dishonor God, even though I have a potty mouth sometimes. I really do encourage you to pray for me, man, because I want to keep doing this and I want to do it right. So, with all that said, I'm gonna try to get through this article quick because I mean, when it comes to gangsters, I can bash them in the face all day. I could drag their entire culture through the gutter and feel great about my day because I mean. I just hate the gangster culture. It's ridiculously stupid. With the national debate focused on civilian gun control is perhaps the biggest armed threat within the U.S. being minimized. I've been actually harassed by police officers, and they actually, since I'm not gangster cultured and I don't talk like a moron, like, hey, I said blah, blah, blah. Since I don't talk like that and I don't look like a gangster, sometimes the police try to tell me, oh, you're not really Hispanic. You see what I mean? Like, this is a damn joke what we live in, man. I mean, when the police are trying to mark you and trying to label you with stereotypes, I mean, the cop looked like Carlos Mencia, so I was trying not to laugh already. I'm like, man, this guy looks like an absolute joke, and he's telling me I'm not Hispanic? Sorry, dude. I know my culture and I'm proud of it, but I'm not proud of the moron culture that's also attached to being a Hispanic. That's a big misunderstanding that Hispanics go through when they're growing up is that they have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. Just like RG3, man. Like the media is demonizing RG3 because he's not an ignorant black person, man. Because if he was, because now they're saying, oh, he's not down with the brothers. RG3 is a great example for your kids, man. And he didn't grow up on the street. He grew up he's an educated person. But since he's black and he's educated and he's a good example for people, he has to be demonized. Because black people are supposed to be mobbing through the street, raping and killing people, listening to rap music, and not getting any media attention from it. Anyways, I'll shut my mouth. According to the FBI, criminal street gangs, mostly comprised of illegal aliens, are acquiring high-powered, military-style weapons to potentially engage in lethal encounters with law enforcement members and citizens alike. I've actually had people on YouTube threaten me, saying that they were from Mexico and they can't wait to come over and take over our country. I mean, I can't wait to see your stupid gangbanger ass, your pencil neck chicken shit ass, on my driveway, because I will finally have an excuse to murder you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I don't look forward to that, man. I really don't. But I have what it I'm not gonna lay down and die in a puddle of my own blood, execution style. I'm gonna go out like a G, man. I'm gonna go out like a straight up. I'm gonna go out like Billy the Kid, man. I'm not gonna let you guys tie me up with duct tape and shoot me in the back of the head, man. I'm gonna go out guns blazing. And you know what? You Christians out there that think that that you just cop out because the rapture's coming, so you don't do anything. What I mean, there are so many examples in the Bible of people who thought they were weak, people who thought they weren't, the one to do the job that God was calling them to do. And you're just like them, man. God's looking at you like you're the king, like you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, but you're looking at yourself like you're a piece of garbage because you're so domesticated by the U.S. You know what, man? I mean, I can't even get through the news today. Because these articles are really, I could tell you a lot about what I see firsthand in society with all this stuff. Criminal street gangs are responsible for the majority of violent crimes within the U.S. and are the primary distributor of most illicit drugs, according to a 2009 report by the Justice Department's National Drug Intelligence Center, or NDIC. Yeah, most of the gun violence is caused by gangsters, and it's like 11,000 killings a year from like gang violence. It's ridiculous. The NDIC was a task force established in 1993 to coordinate law enforcement actions to stop drug trafficking and to curb the growing threat of violent gangs in the U.S. The agency was closed by the Obama administration in June 2011. I mean, everyone that I see in this baller gangster culture is absolutely pathetically they're sad people, man, because they're trying to live good lives, but they're so drawn to this sadistism. They're so drawn to all this violence and worshiping celebrities and hating everybody, treating men like they're weaker than women. All men nowadays, I mean, women are generally strong, and in general, women are strong, and so are men. Men are the head of the home, my friend. Let's just keep it real. But nowadays, women are even stronger than the men. So what does that even tell you, man? What does that tell you? That men aren't doing their job, man. Men are just sitting back, pretending to be men, watching football, and not really doing anything that real men do. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not going to read this article. I refuse to read this article. I'll break it down for you in a nutshell. The gangsters in Mexico that work for the cartels and are pieces of garbage, and that even come to this country and tell you a bunch of rhetoric how America's garbage and that Americans are weak and stupid and fat and lazy. You need to stand up to these people, man. They're not scary, and they're not gonna. You shouldn't regulate your life according to being afraid of these people, man. Don't be afraid of these people, man. Have some dignity. Have some dignity that you're going to stand up for yourself when a moron, dumbed down gangster is going to come up to you and try to threaten your life and your family. Don't just sit there and do nothing, man. I mean, have some dignity. Honestly, have some dignity, man, because it's just a pathetic sight to see somebody get punked by a gangster, man. I mean, I've run into so many gangsters and I've never backed down to one of them, man. And it's not because I'm this super heroic tough guy, man. It's just because I have some dignity, man. I'm not gonna let myself get punked by nobody, and especially you gangsters out there, man. I mean, you guys are gonna realize that you guys are picking a fight with the wrong guy, man, one day. And I mean, take it from me, man. That's what you guys are doing. You're picking a fight with fools you don't even know about. The NRA and all the pro-gun enthusiasts, they're not going around shouting and running their mouths and bowing their chest up like you are. They're behind the scenes waiting for you to cross the line so that they could finally deal with you, man. And believe me, I'm on their side. Come and get it, you gangster pieces of garbage.